All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode. I am so excited to talk about. The theme for the month is marketing. So, in this video, we're going to talk about how to grow your beauty business without paid ads in the year of 2024, pretty much going into 2025. Now, I want to preface this with this is something that I have learned throughout the combined years of me being in entrepreneurship, which has been since 2018. So, from my very first business with my full service beauty salon and spa, to my second business doing press on nails, customized press on nails, to my third business, which is my coaching business right now. So this is compounded with just everything that I've learned throughout the course of being an entrepreneur. Now I've learned how to apply the different marketing techniques to each business and so on and so forth. And eventually my next business, which you guys need to stay tuned for that because I'm going to take you guys on that journey as well. If you haven't seen my prior video on my entrepreneur journey, it's further back in my archives on this profile. Go ahead and check that out. Let's first get into the first thing I did, which was discovering my ideal client. This is something that I learned when I started my customized press-on nails. After I've done nails and had my beauty salon and spa, I never really niched down and like really honed down on what my ideal client was. I didn't realize the power of having an ideal client. I used to think, oh, I just want clients that, whoever, just need people in my chair. That was where I was operating from, the space of just needing people to be in my salon. So now that I lost that shop and I'm entering into doing customized press on nails, I realized the power of not only having an ideal client, but branding. When I was able to define my ideal client, my targeted marketing was impeccable. I asked myself these three main questions when it came to finding my ideal client. What beauty struggles do they face? What age group do they belong to? And what are their goals when it comes to beauty and self-care? So my brand is all about providing self-care for busy women, especially mothers, redefining their identity after motherhood, so on and so forth. So for me, I knew that that's the audience that I wanted to serve. I just had to hone down on these questions and really ask myself this, and so I could figure out where I could find these people at. Like I said, once I narrowed down my ideal client, my targeted marketing, which is exactly what what that word sounds like, is what it is targeted marketing, to find your specific ideal client. It was laser focused, and I knew exactly who I was talking to when I was marketing my business. The second thing I did was I set clear goals. Now, I know a lot of people, I don't know, this becomes like a really tricky subject. I don't know why. I love setting goals. I love setting small goals, small term goals, and long term goals, short term goals and long term goals. I am a goal setter. That is something that helps me keep moving and pushing forward. Once I tackle one thing, I move on to the next thing. So setting goals for me was a big deal. Especially after I lost my shop, I realized, wow, I need to set clear and concise goals that I know that are tangible and trackable to reach. So I started off with, I wanted to do at least 2 customized press on nails a day. I had the capacity to do 2 customized press on nails a day for a month. That's like a goal of mine that I always aim to strive to reach, not only for what I can handle, like my capacity, because I also want to balance work life, right? I want to have a work life balance. If I do 2 press on nails a day, I can balance being a mother, being a wife, keeping the house clean, doing all the other things. That is as much capacity that I have in one day. And it also helps me set my financial goals. If I know I'm doing 2 customized press on nails a day, I know how much minimum I could be bringing in a month. So I base my bills and my budget off of that as well. That's why setting clear goals is so important in your business. No matter what it is, whether you're talking about marketing, whether you're talking about financial goals, whether you're talking about work-life balance, all of those things come into place. You have to set clear goals. 3, creating a standout brand. Oh my gosh, guys. When I learned about branding for your business and what it really meant to create and have a brand, like, I feel like this is another thing that a lot of people talk about nowadays, especially about personal branding when it comes to like being an influencer, all this, that, and the third. But for the sake of business, we're talking about a business brand right now. You have to be clear on your branding. And let me break down what your branding is. Your branding is your business's identity. It's literally like creating another persona for your business. If you want to incorporate your personal brand, that's cool too. I'm never opposed to that, but you just got to be mindful that if if your business cannot operate without you, that's something to take into consideration. Is this a business that you want to be able to hire a manager and a CEO and all these other, pillars that it can run without you, or are you the face of the business? Are you the main person? Are you the people that people are coming to see? I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. But that's when it comes to branding that I realized I had to take into consideration, because it's a game changer. Once you identify your brand, you're clear on your brand, all of that good stuff, you have an impeccable brand, your business will be all right. Because once you create the brand, that includes your mission statement, that includes your vision statement, that includes who you serve, that includes your pillars, what your business stands for. Like, is it integrity? Is it eco-friendly? Is it green? Are you going green? Like, what is the purpose of your business? Who are you trying to help and who are you trying to serve? I already talked about the client, ideal client. So within your brand, you have 3 other things you want to break down when you're creating your brand. Defining a client avatar, effective content strategy for Instagram. Now, that's something we're going to go into in a little bit. And then a brand shoot. Oh my goodness. Let me touch on this real quick. I also had to learn how important a brand shoot was. I didn't even know when I did my brand shoot how important my brand shoot was. I realized when I did my brand shoot, now this is speaking on the coaching side. I didn't realize when I did my brand shoot how important it has become until after the fact. We went to an event where one of my good friends, she was hosting an event, and another good friend of mine was there, and they pretty much put me on the spot. And I was like, I'm about to launch this business. I'm about to do this, and that. And they're like, girl, you need a brand shoot. And I was like, what? Why? Not now. I'm not ready for that now. I'm still in the building stages of my business. I'm creating this thing. And they're like, no, honey, listen, you need a brand shoot. And the photographer that was at that event was actually doing like a 30-day challenge. And they were like, you need to sign up right now today. And I was like, I wasn't ready for that. But are we ever ready for when the opportunity presents itself? When are we ever like fully ready? We're not. That's why we have to realize when the opportunity comes, you have to practice discernment and realize, okay, it's time to jump on. When they first told me that I need to do that, I was like, I know I need to do it, but not right now. They're like, if you need to do it and this opportunity presents itself now, where this deal is going on and the price is going to go up in next month, like double, you need to do it now. Find the money. My homegirl was like, find the money. I was like, okay. So I did just that. I'm transferring money left and right, but I found the money, I paid my deposit, and I did my brand shoot. And thank God I listened, and I was just like, you know what? Let me just do the thing now. Because as it so happens, before I even launched, I needed, a site. I needed like all these things. So as I'm creating my ebooks, and I'm creating my free guide, and I'm creating my mini course, I'm creating like the landing pages, I needed photos. And this isn't to say you absolutely need a brand shoot in the beginning, but let me just listen to my story, right? I'm glad I did it when I did, because the branding was so cohesive. It flowed. So from when you first go to my page, to when you click on links, to when you subscribe to my email newsletters, to if you go to click on an ebook of mine, everything is cohesive. It all flows together. My brand is very clear, it's unique, and it's mine. And you can tell by going on each one of anything that you go on, whether it's my Instagram, my LinkedIn, my YouTube channel, you will be able to see my brand, and it stands out. And that is why brand shoot matters. Because I didn't realize I was going to need all of these things when I started like creating the stuff. I was like, dang, I need like copy, and I need this, and I need like photos to put in places, and they're like action shots. Do the brand shoot. Okay. Find the money, transfer it over, do whatever you need to do. It's important. It matters. So the number 4 marketing technique is crafting an unforgettable experience for your clients. Now, this can go many different ways. I am going to focus on crafting the experience first for your clients. You want to make sure that once you do finally get these people in your business, in your space, in your arena, whether if you have a brick and mortar or whatever, wherever you're at, it could be even online. If they end up on your website, you want to make sure that that client, that customer experience is with ease, is comfortable. It's just elevated, an elevated experience, an elevated flow. Like I said, whether it's a website, you want to make sure you can navigate it easily, that you don't have to go through too many pop-ups, too many things. And guys, I said I wasn't going to touch on this, but I am going to a little bit. Professionalism falls into this as well. We have got to start at treating and acting like our business is a business. Treat your business as a business. Stop treating it as a side hustle, because when you do that, it reflects on the customer experience and people will not book with you again. Your website, it should not have 10 million rules and things of what they need to sign off on. Like, keep it classy, guys. We don't need to have all these things. It shouldn't have to feel like the customer is an inconvenience to the stylist. You want to have a warm, welcoming experience for your customers. Okay? You want to welcome them with open arms. They don't have to spend their money with you. Like, I get it. Your skills are top notch. Your skills are great. You paid XYZ, but make them feel good about shopping with you and spending their money with you. They're spending their hard earned money with you. Make them feel good. Have free snacks, offer water, offer beverages, offer hot towels during a service. Like, there's so many different things with the client experience that you can do to elevate whatever you're offering. You know what I mean? You want your clients to feel like VIPs. Everybody wants to feel like a VIP, especially if they're spending money on a service. Like, we are in the service industry. We are not in the position to negotiate and do all these things, which is why it's important to attract your ideal clients. Your ideal clients, every client of yours is a VIP. That's how you should be seeing it. Let me slow down because I'm getting really excited here. Professionalism, that's going to be a whole nother video on how we treat people, how we act, how we show up in the marketplace, how we present ourselves in the marketplace. Stay tuned for that. Number 5 thing, harnessing the power of social media. Now, guys, I want to preface this with social media should not be your end all be all marketing strategy. It just can't be. You know why? Reason number 1, especially if you're in the service industry, you can reach millions of people with social media, which is a great tool, but it's not as effective when you're trying to gain clients for your brick and mortar business. Just think about it. If you have a product-based business and you have an online store, that's great. That's a completely different marketing strategy. I'm talking about service-based businesses, which is the beauty industry, where we're trying to find clients in our area. These people are not going to travel from, if you live in Florida, from Texas, unless they're coming on vacation, they might stop off and see, but that's not going to be a loyal returning client, right? That's not going to be a consistent client that they're booking every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even 6 weeks. So let's focus on building our solid client base locally by harnessing the power of social media. When you're using social media as a marketing tool, you want to make sure that it is very clear where you're located on your profile page. You want to put that on the in your bio, located Orlando, Florida, located Savannah, Georgia. Be very specific. And when you are posting, you are using the hashtags Orlando stylist, Orlando nail tech, or Savannah, nail tech, Savannah hairstylist. Be very, very strategic in how you're posting and showing up on social media, because once again, yes, social media matters, but it's not the end all be all. And I do not want, especially beauty professionals, to use social media as the end all be all. That should not be your only marketing platform and strategy. Now, this leads me to the next subject, number 6. Collaboration is key. Collaboration is major, especially in our industry. I want to also add that by the worldly terms, there is competition. But for me, the way I operate, because I operate from a spiritual standpoint of view, there's no such thing as competition. So you want to find other people that complement whatever services you do and collaborate with them. As a nail tech, you want to find makeup artists. You want to find hairstylists that niche down, that, this is just an example, just thinking off the top of my head. If you specialize in natural nails, right? Let's say it's not acrylic, it's you do gel manicures. Gel manicures is your thing. You focus on the natural nail. A great partner to have would be a makeup artist or a hairstylist that specializes in gosh, I'm remembering, like I just had it here, in bridal makeup, bridal hair, that does weddings. That is a great opportunity and a great market for you to collaborate with somebody else and offer an add-on nail services to bridal parties, bridal packages. Partner with somebody else, offer an add-on for gel polish, add-on for their nails. If their nails aren't done, or if they didn't have time to go get their nails, or they won't have time, somebody has to fly in from somewhere, they don't have time to get their nails done where they're going. That is a great partnership to have. That is just one example that I can think of. Collaboration is key. Collaborate with other people. Something that I did when I had my shop, I utilized the businesses around me to collaborate with. So instead of going all the way out, I stayed in my area and I partnered with, there was a Mexican restaurant next door. We had Toes and Tacos Tuesdays. I know it sounds like a tizzy, Toes and Taco Tuesdays. Anyway, that's what we had. That was like our promotional thing. When you got a pedicure, you got a free taco. And on their end, if they ordered tacos, they could come in and get like a 15% discount on pedicures. We both collaborated and found a way to work off of each other's clientele and offer something that we both can pretty much collaborate on. And it honestly was genius. Like, it made sense and it worked. So that's something that you have to collaborate with people either in your area or with other stylists. Find a way to collaborate with other people. Got to kind of think outside the box there. Number 7, and this one is like one of my favorite ones so far because I had to learn the hard way, right? And it's get from behind the chair in 2025. We're about to wrap up 2024, and I want this to be a goal. If you haven't already, I want this to be a goal for every beauty professional, is to get out from behind the chair to go find your clients and go find your ideal market. Now, a few techniques that I use. This is 3 techniques that I use personally still to this day right now that has helped me grow my client base. I attend networking events. I am very particular about which events I attend. And now this is something you may have to learn after you start attending networking events and see what kind of crowd and what kind of audience is going to be there. But attend networking events. Go out there, talk to people, tell people what you do. This is where people can hear about what you do. Also, you're going to find people that you collaborate with, people that are going to want to work with you. Partnerships, doing other events. So much stuff can come from attending networking events. Pop-up shops is another thing. Now, depending on where you are at in your beauty business, now, if you're more of a service provider, this may be a little more difficult for you. If you offer products and you're in the beauty industry, this is where you need to be. Do pop-up shop events in your area. Look for events, major events that are going on that offer vending, and show up there. And this is like the old school way, passing out flyers and cards. But I also want to get way more specific in when we do this. Now, old school way, like I said, they used to pass out flyers and cards in like Walmart or Target or, random shopping plazas. Be more strategic when you're doing this. If you know your niche is I keep going to the natural nail example because that's just like the first thing that comes to my mind is the easiest thing that I can think of. Let's say you focus on natural nails, gel polishes, short nails, short manicures, short acrylic nails, right? Your clientele, I can already tell right now, is going to be either nurses, bankers, professionals, women that work, corporate America jobs that can't have long nails, that can't have anything too bright, hospitals, nurses, doctors, bank tellers, teachers. Like, go to schools, go to hospitals, go to bank parking lots and pass those cards out. Don't be so caught up in Walmart because a bunch of people are there. A bunch of people are probably there, but that's probably not your target audience. You know why? Because I hate to say this, but the Walmart clientele versus the Target clientele is different clientele, even in that case, right? And that's not to say anything against anybody, because I shop at Walmart too. But it's like, you have to think, like ideal clientele, this stuff really matters, guys. So you want to think, if you're thinking more high end, you're going to go to a Target parking lot. Or if you're thinking way more niche down, go to a hospital parking lot, pass your stuff out. Now, this step 8 is more of where I balance. This is more for the coaching end of my businesses. So I balance coaching with my speaking engagements. That for me, my marketing wise, I make sure I show up in certain spaces that I know that I can either speak on my business or speak to my target clientele, be very clear in my messaging. So I would agree to doing for like podcast interviews, public speaking engagements, and discussion panels in certain industries. That is a great way, if you are in a coaching space, to show up authentically as yourself, because the best person to tell your story and tell about your business is you, right? So that's the best way to show up authentically as yourself and to reach your audience in an organic, natural way. And the last but not least, number 9, implementing client loyalty reward program or some type of referral program. Now, this is something that is huge. It is great for whether you have a product or service. This works across the board for any business, quite honestly, is a referral program or a rewards program. Me personally, I used to do a referral program. Actually, we did both when I had my shop. We did a rewards program where every dollar spent was 2 stars earned. And then those stars added up. You either got a free gift, was the lowest tier. Then you got up to as much as 30% off of your total services. And mind you, we had a full service beauty salon spa. So people would get hair, nails done, waxing, facials. Like you could get all that in one roof and get 30% off. So that was a great program that we utilized. We also had a referral program where people refer, depending on how many referrals you did, you can get, a percent off, a freebie, whatever the case is. This is stuff that you have to think about and come up with when it comes to your business, and cater it to what is specific to what you have to offer. So to wrap up, to close on this video, I really, really, truly hope that this helped at least one beauty professional out there today. And if this did help, if this provided value to you, let me know in the comments below. You know exactly what to do. You know what I'm going to ask you to do, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and also share this video with somebody that you think this might help, especially when it comes to marketing, because I understand we could get so hooked up on how, and there's so many different techniques out there. You just have to find what works for you and stick to it and keep doing it. Don't give up, guys. And please let me know if you need help with anything. I am always here. You can go to my bio. I offer a mentorship, and also make sure you grab our free goal setting guide. Now, that is going to help you in setting and achieving your goals, especially coming up to the new year 2025. Let's connect. Let's be friends, guys. Talk to y'all later. Bye.